Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. The champion in me would not let me not do a video this week, right? I was supposed to do it Monday, but it was a whirlwind of a week for me. Press days. I probably got up at 3 o'clock in the morning at least 3 days in a row, and didn't get in the bed until later that night. Just going, traveling to different places. Oh my gosh, it was yesterday. I don't remember being that tired. I can't even tell you. I literally was just like, I gotta fall into bed. I gotta fall into the bed. I'm tired. But the beast is out this morning, baby. And that's what we're going to talk about today in some way. We're going to get to the fundamentals of success. We're going to get to the fundamentals, some of them, because you know there are plenty. But it's always good, in my humble estimation, to get back to the basics, get back to fundamentals of what makes us successful in the first place, right? And you have to keep revisiting this stuff because we will forget and we will get comfortable and we can get complacent and we can get, lost in the banter and distractions of the world and need to be brought back in, need to be reminded of things. That's why I surround myself with successful tools, with successful people, with successful information constantly because I know I need the reminders. I know I need them. Good morning, everybody. Let's see who's in the room before I start yapping. How you guys doing? You got your morning drink? Your girl is hooked up. See, I'm wearing my power color today. Pow. Orange, baby. Usually it's kind of like a sunset orange, but I'm loving this. This orange got a little sizzle on it. Let me see who's in here. Let me say what's up. Good morning, Nashua, Trey. Let's see, did I miss somebody? Charles. Tiffany, Beast Mode, baby. Brandy, Lance, Shanika, all my here. Come on. Our money. Good morning, Sister Ro. Funny enough, you were just sitting there singing Distant, get out of here. In my head, and here you are. That's right, you're talking. Distant is from our Soulflower album, my Soulflower album that I did with En Vogue back in 2004. Shirley, good morning. Or good evening for you, because you are in Holland right now, right? Is it evening for you? I think so, somewhere around there. Hey, y'all, welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. You know we got to get in our conversation. You know we got to talk about what's real. You know we got to talk about the fundamentals and get us back to the basics and let us not forget, what's really cracking in order for us to see our goals through, to see them manifest, to step into the next level of success for ourselves. Good morning, Brandy. I see you. So let's just jump right in. Desire. Who's clear about what they want? Who wrote their goals down this morning or last night or this week or in some way, or visualized about them in some way, dived into where you're going and why you're going there and put enough feeling, put enough vivid imagination, vivid pictures with it that you know where you're going and you know why you're going there. Who did that? Who's on top of it? Who's staying connected to their goals? Who's staying connected to their desire to achieve their goals? Because that is huge. Desire to want to accomplish something is huge. If you don't have the desire, you already know, which we talked about in past talks, we will naturally default to what is comfortable, because a lot of the times, in order to see your desires through, you have to do some work. You have to push the boundaries. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to do things when you don't feel like doing them. And desire to have it, whatever the juicy reward is on the other side of your hard work, or on the other side of your focus, or on the other side of your drive, is the thing that's going to help you to achieve it. The desire. Who has it? Let's see what you guys are saying. That's the first thing. Hey, Martell, good morning. Shanika set a goal this morning and achieved it already. Church. Shoulder brush from afar. Okay. Shirley says yes, I saw your post about being in the gym, Shirley. Church, good job. Great job. Stay focused. You have been grinding it out. Shirley is a current student at Personal Power University, and she has just talk about being bacon. That's the name of the program. It's about being committed on a whole other level. You've been getting it in. Congratulations. Trey says, I already know. I know you're a champion too. So desire is huge. We have to stay connected to what we're doing and why we're doing it. If you find that that is difficult for you, write your goals down every day. And if you really want to get gangster with it, write it down when you get up in the morning. Make it a part of your morning routine. You know how big I am on having some type of routine for success when you get up. For me, as you guys know, I go into gratitude immediately, probably 5 minutes, sometimes more if I'm inspired. I go into meditation, and then I go into visualization. Those things need to happen for me in the morning so that I can stay connected to my why. My why. And I won the morning this morning. Who won the morning? So yes, desire, huge, huge. And then another fundamental that some of us get away from that is so necessary to see your goals through is to study. Who's studying? Who's studying about the thing they want to accomplish? Who's looking at the champions in that field that are successful, that you can, cherry pick what you feel could work for you and put that a part of your routine for success? Who's out there grinding it out? We're going to get to that word next. Studying is huge. And we are at a very beneficial time where we can go to a place like YouTube, go to a place like lynda.com. I just put up on lynda.com. I was like, this website is amazing. I mean, there are curriculums out there. You only pay what, $30 a month or something for this, and you can learn practically anything from computer coding to you put it in there. They have so many things where you can take courses. Lynda.com, shout out to them. There is so much stuff out there, you guys, where it is chock full of the information that you might want or need, where you can tailor make an education for yourself. And you can compete with the best of them. All it takes is your willingness to desire what you want, to go after it, to study your face off, and grind it out. That's the next word. Grind it out. There's no way to get around the grind. I'm a witness. Because I'll tell you, as you guys know, I hit one of my worst financial situations in my adult life, in my mid-30s. I hit one of the worst spaces for the success of my career as a singer, as an entertainer. I thought I was changing my career because I was like, okay, the doors of opportunity aren't opening. And I had to be willing to create something, which my coaching career emerged from this. Beautiful, right? Powerful. What else can I do where I can be of service, where I can be of value to society, and I can create a space, generate happiness, because I refuse to be unhappy. But before I could even get to the space, I had to grind it out. I had to grind it out. No way around it. I got up in the morning. I went for my routine for success. I used to run in the park all the time because I had to find a way to work out. I didn't want to I knew that while I was grinding it out, it was one of the times that I had to be the most healthy. I had to make the healthiest choices at that time. That was so hard, especially when you're stressed out. When you're stressed out and you want to go to what's comfortable, I couldn't afford to do what was comfortable. I had to grind it out. And as I've told you guys this before, I've always said, it won't be like this always. I will call the shots on my time. You got to come up with whatever it is, whatever affirmation, whatever incantation, whatever statements you can say to yourself to build the champion in you, to keep grinding it out until you see your results. And then when you see your results, don't stop. That's where I went left the first time. I got complacent. I got comfortable. And what happens is, it doesn't happen like overnight. If you let your disciplines and your stuff kind of fall to the wayside, it kind of chips away. It chips away at your success. It chips away at what you're capable of. It chips away at what you're doing. And then it just kind of gradually happens. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, drought. Nothing's happening. What have you been doing to maintain your success? What have you been doing to go to the next level? Have you created a curriculum for yourself? Like, what are you learning in the next 3 months? What are you choosing to learn in the next 6 months? What are you choosing to learn in the next 9 months, in the next year, that's going to advance you to the next level in what you're currently doing, or the business that you're moonlighting with on the side? What are you doing? You know? Let me see what you guys are saying. I've been yapping. Is it gonna move? Okay, let's see. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the talk. Welcome to the talk. We are getting it in. It's already sizzle sizzle. Let's see. Hey, April. Good morning, lady. Grind it out. You know what time it is. Great sight. Oh, yes. Awesome. You remember the hikes? They killed you, but you're hiking and going up to the hill. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Aisha says, can't stop. Yes, I can't even. There's no way around the grind, folks. I am not going to tell you that it does not require hard work from you, that it does not require. And sometimes the hard work is not what you think it is. The hard work a lot of the times is the inside job. Getting up in the morning, keeping your word to yourself, doing things when you don't feel like doing them, but you know they're going to advance you to the next level or to the next space that you want to see in your life. Going and doing the workout that you don't feel like doing today. Not indulging in the drama that's causing a distraction, that's keeping you from taking the action steps that's going to advance you. You know, turning off social media and taking that extra 10, 20, 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours that you're wasting on it. Or, endless, mindless web surfing that can happen when we get caught up in clickbait. You know what I mean? Happens to the best of us. And then you've wasted how much time that you could have been spending building yourself up, building your goals, acquiring that new tool that you need in order to take things to the next level. That's the grind. That's the grind. And if you're not willing to do that, you ain't winning. Because I can't stress to you enough how many people would love to have your attention. They know our focus is a commodity. They know that. And the reason the competition is so slim up top is because everybody down here is distracted. It's not that you're not capable. It's not that you don't have the capacity, the learning capacity, the physical capacity, all of that. It's not that you don't have the capability to have it. It's whether you're going to actually just do it. Which is why Nike's slogan is so dope. Just do it. That's what it comes down to. The grind is the just do it. Even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. And then let's just go to this let's see what you guys are saying. Be a boss, can't stop, won't stop. What up, everybody? Welcome to the conversation. And then, are you willing to struggle? Are you willing to struggle? Huge one. Because that's a part of success. A willingness to be uncomfortable. The willingness to know that in order to maintain and then keep advancing, it's going to take a little bit of struggle. It's not going to always be a struggle, but it's going to take some struggle. Are you willing to struggle? Are you willing to hurt to get your body right? So that you can keep building the muscle, you can keep building the endurance, And eventually you're going to be able to pick up more weight. Eventually you're going to be able to go even longer in your cardio. Eventually you're going to be able to stretch your body and your limbs to another space that you didn't think you could go. But you got to be willing to build up to that space. Are you willing to struggle? You may need to know computer coding. You may need to know whatever the people that you need to hire, right, for your business. It could be in your best interest to learn what it is that they're coming on board to do. Maybe you don't actually do the job, but just knowing what it is, you understand the ins and outs of your company. Are you willing to do the hard work of sitting there and studying whatever those things are, those skills are, those traits are, just to be aware of them? You don't feel like it seems a little boring, but you know it's going to help you to be a better steward of what you've built. Are you willing to take the time to study and do that, to grind it out? Are you willing to struggle to get the information? So huge. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yes, Shirley. Okay, you guys are just taking it in. So does anybody have any questions for me? before we get out of here, I'll take some questions for you. Today we talked about having the desire, being willing to study, knowing that in success, the grind is inevitable, and then being willing to struggle in order to get the things, the skills, the mindset, the characteristics, whatever those things, the resources that you require in order for you to either maintain success or go to the next level. Those things, those are our tips today. Desire, study, grind, be willing to struggle to get to the next level. Okay, so who's talking? Let's see. Going to school. Yes. Yes, everything. Yes, it will pay off. It will pay off. But it takes the grind. So I think this is a good thing to remind us of today. The grind. The studying. Staying connected to your goals through your desire. Staying connected to your why. So that you know why you're putting yourself through this pain sometimes. What's the juicy thing on the other side of it that you are trying to get to? What's the thing that's worth it? What legacy are you leaving for your family, for your friends, for whatever it is that's important to you? You know? Your struggle is your testimony. What do you mean, Charles? What do you mean by that? AJ says, what do you think you would have done differently in your earlier career days knowing what you know now? Earlier career days, nothing. Earlier career days, I was on top of stuff. It was when I got complacent and comfortable, when I dropped the ball. I learned more from that than I did from before. Because before, I was unconsciously creating success. I just knew what I wanted. I had tunnel vision about it. I believed I could have it. Because and thank God I got the dream and the desire to go after my goals so early that I wasn't bogged down by the world's doubts and fears yet. You know, I was a kid and I just knew I wanted it. And even though I was skinny and insecure and all of the things that could come with being a kid and coming into your own, I still hadn't been bogged down enough with life's doubts and fears that it took me out of my belief system that I could have it. So I saw what I wanted. I knew it early on. It was naturally occurring in me. I let my passion drive my behavior. I didn't know that's what I was doing. I look back now, hindsight is 20/20, right? I let my passion drive my behavior. And then I asked for help. One of the biggest resources we have that a lot of people do not take advantage of. My mom worked for the government. My dad was a construction worker. Neither one of them had any clue how to break anybody, right, into the fine arts. It's like, that's foreign. My parents are just thoroughbreds. They went hard. My mom retired after 42 years from her government job. My dad almost 40 years from being a construction worker. They just grinded it out. They were just hard workers. But they didn't know nothing about, you know, breaking me into the entertainment industry. It just started from asking for help, being willing to I sang at church, and then we found a local theater on the south side of Chicago. You know what I mean? Went there, auditioned, got a little background singing part, said, ooh, you know, I would like to do what they're doing because I was watching the actors do their thing. My mom went up and asked the director, is there anything else Rona can do? You know, where she can participate in the way that they're participating. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm going to let her understudy the lead of this play. But because I was so beastie back then, I did not take that for granted. I went home. I learned the script with my mama. You know what I mean? She sat there with me, went back and forth until I could remember it. Came back. The young lady who was the lead wasn't ready. What is it? Preparation meets opportunity. I mean, this is unconscious creating. But this is what you can do deliberately now, right? So went home prepared. Preparation meets opportunity. She wasn't ready. I was. Went up opening night, never came back down. Went hard in the paint. Gave it my best, because that's what we do have control over, is giving something our best, right? There happened to be a talent scout that came to one of the performances one night. The universe conspiring on behalf of my good. That's what I believe, right? On behalf of our good, whoever was in alignment with receiving that blessing. They said, can you come down and speak to this agent? I want you to meet this agent and see what could happen. Went down there, met the agent, got hired by the agent, or brought onto the roster by the agent, started auditioning for different stuff, started booking different stuff as a kid. right? So now I'll look back, because when I hit that drought, I was like, what did I do to get here? I took responsibility for my choices. And even though I didn't know what happened just yet, I knew that I needed to keep the power with me. Because if I point the finger outside of myself, the power's outside of me to change. Then I'm waiting for someone or something else to change in order for my life to be better. No. What can I do? What did I do to get myself in this situation? And then what do I need to do now to pull myself out? Can get a little bit more difficult as we mature, because now we have been bogged down by the world's doubts and fears and different stuff, right? And so you have to learn to get your champion up on the inside so that you can believe you can have it, and then you can take the necessary action steps to go after it. That's why I'm saying it's an inside job, right? Whew. Woo! Okay, I feel the sizzle happening right now. So this is what I did. And then I look back on it. I said, what do I need to do now? I said, you got to go back to the basics, baby. You got to go back and find out what choices you made that put you here. What disciplines did you get away from? What mindset did you have as a kid that you need to adopt now as an adult? What can I do now? What new tools can I pick up that are going to help me to get past the doubt, the worry, the fear that I've been dealing with, to step back into a space of success, or step back into a space of being able to manifest things? I learned about meditation. There's so much stuff. Woo, this conversation could really, really go. But I hope you guys got some benefit from what I just said. Let's see. In the word of Betty, Miss Betty, in order to get something, no pain, no gain. Hello. You got to give it to get it. Welcome to the conversation, everybody who just jumped on board. It's Morning Talks with Ro. Had to get it in. The beast in me wouldn't let me drop the ball on you. In all the working and struggling, you progress. In due season, you will reap. Yes. If you don't give up, keep pressing and moving, then you will have the victory over any situation. Speak on it. Now you've passed the test, and it becomes your testimony. That's right. So you are working on your testimony, Charles. I get it. And thank you for that awesome explanation. Shanika says, major shoulder brush roll. Hey, now, I'll take it, boo. AJ says, I was so shamed in the beginning. I was at the top of my career as a music executive. Then it crumbled. But I am back on it. I won a Grammy last year. Shout out! Back to closing new deals. I hustle harder than ever before. Isn't it such a blessing when it kicks our ass? But that was embarrassment. Was tough to deal with, and a few years, and that's what you had to do to get back to the basics. Regroup. Let me tell y'all something. Hey, Valerie. Welcome to the conversation, baby. Ernst says, keep sharing. Keep sharing, inspiring, and making the world better. Right now, the world needs you and what you do more than ever. Thank you, Ernst, for that encouragement. I appreciate you. Yes, you know, when the stuff kicks your ass, sometimes that's the best thing that could have ever happened to you, if you let it grow you. Now, if you sit there and complain and blame, it will continue to be the worst time in your life. But if you take responsibility for yourself in those moments, it can be one of the most empowering things. And when your back is against the wall, because my back was against the wall at one point, and I could either sink or swim. I could either sink down into a corner and just, feel sorry for me, or I could come out swinging. I came out swinging. Come out swinging, y'all. Come out swinging. Sometimes, like AJ's saying, sometimes we need that. Sometimes, a lot of the times we need that. Because if we don't know the pain of not having it, then the joy of having it, the respect for having it might not be there. It might not be there. The appreciation, the blessing of it all, the understanding of that aspect of it may not be there. And that's one of the things that will keep you going. That's one of the things that helps to push you in those times when you're tired. That's one of those things that helps to push you in your times when you feel a little defeated, but you're like, I ain't going back there. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's the best thing that could ever happen to you. If anybody is going through something right now and you're like, oh my God, look for how it can grow you. Start writing down and stacking the reasons that this is good for you. Find it. Search for it. Dig for it. It's there. I promise you, if you take the time to dig for it, it's there. It takes a shift in perspective, and then come up with an action plan. Come up with action steps, put some deadlines on those action steps, keep your word to yourself, and grind it out. Grind, grind, grind. Okay. What y'all saying before I get out of here? The hustle is a lifestyle. Church! Come on, come out swinging. You know you're headed in the right direction when you take responsibility. All day, every day. Yes, I refuse to allow my situation to bully me. That's right. Come on. And sometimes don't forget, we create. You, for all you know, your soul created this situation for you to have to step up. You're laxing on your potential. You're laxing on what you're capable of. Are you expanding on the gifts and talents that you came here with? Because they can easily be taken away. Sometimes your soul is nudging you to grow. Your soul is like, yo, wake it up. Wake it up. Wake it up. Let's see what y'all are saying. Hey, Brenton. Welcome to the conversation. Bindu, my partner out of Amsterdam. I love you. It's good to see your name in the chat. You guys got any more questions of me before we get out of here? We had a really good talk today, I think. Feels good. I feel a buzz inside of me right now. I feel like we just got it in. Okay, I'm going to let you guys marinate with some of the things shared today. Listen, when you speak about that soul, I know it, huh? I know it. Let's talk about the soul. I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, I feel like this person should have been a star, and this musician is way better than that musician, and this, I said, I hear you. I hear you. There are a lot of talented people that are either under the radar, they may not get the props we think they deserve, but how do you know this is not a soul growth time? Sometimes maybe that person doesn't need to be where you think they should be or need to be. Maybe it's not quite the right timing. Maybe it's something that they need to, that there's an internal thing going on with them that we could never know about, that they're going through, or they need to experience or see before they can be advanced to whatever level. Or maybe that's not the place they're supposed to be. Maybe they're supposed to be ministering or testimonying over here, and we don't understand that. So sometimes the soul is pushing us in directions that other people don't understand. But it's necessary for our growth as being a human here in this incarnation on earth. You know what I mean? So I hesitate in some of that sometimes, because you just never know what the soul needs. They're back 20 years ago when I had my solo deal with I was the first lady of Darkchild on Rodney Jerkins' label, and you would have thought, based on the visions and the dreams that I had and the team had, that I was supposed to go a certain direction, but it wasn't time. There were certain elements that were in place that weren't for me at that moment. There were certain things I was afraid of. There was fear I needed to deal with that could have messed me up on a soul level if I kept going in that direction. Here I am almost 20 years later, experiencing some glimpses of the success that I saw for myself back then. And I'm much better equipped. Much better equipped. And look at the journey I've had in between that's helped my soul to grow. You get what I'm saying? Whew, that's a whole other conversation, right? Okay. Timing is everything. Speak on it, James. Hey, April. Wow. Soul growth. Say that. Yes, baby. Beautiful and blessed talks, coach. Love and gratitude to you, Tiffany. You've been getting it in too. You know what I mean? So I'm so proud of you guys. There are a lot of people in this chat this morning I'm really proud of. And I know how hard you guys have worked on from an internal level to push through a lot of the muck and mire that can come at us in life in general, to work on our mindsets when it's so hard, to work on the doubts and the fears that we have because of our upbringing, or because of, the things that we've allowed ourselves to believe, to have to break away from those belief systems and give yourself another chance at success, or start a new business and not know what the heck is going on or how you're going to get to that over there, but you're still willing to grind it out. Shout out to you guys. Very proud of you. And you know it because I tell you. Okay. I am sending so much love to everybody. I hope you've gotten great benefit from today's talk. You can always give me feedback about it. Tell me how you feel about things. And if you want me to talk about certain things, or if you want me to, if there's a better way you feel that I can approach these morning talks so we can get even more value from them, let me know at askro@gmail.com. That's spelled ASKRHO @gmail.com. I hope everybody has had a fantastic week this week, right? Here's to the grind. Here's to being willing to struggle. And here's to your success and joy that comes because of it. Okay? All the best.